What's up, it's Joe. Today we're reacting to a video, Being Ugly, My Experience. It's a pretty long video, so we're just going to crack right into it.
So first of all, this is my microphone. It's quite broken, and I've been drinking a lot of this right now, so I'm sort of drunk,
Okay.
and I'm feeling really down.
Okay. All right. Fine. So, what are the first impressions of this guy? We'll go into his appearance perhaps a bit later because he'll probably mention some things about that. His demeanor. All right. If he's doing a day game approach, obviously he's like he said he's feeling very down and stuff. But just I mean, this is what we teach, right? That your presence, the way you communicate to people, that's a big part of attraction. We'll go into that again later. But that does also, it makes a big impact on people's first impression and their impression of you as a person. He obviously fits into the unconfident, ugly nerd category. Anyway, let's see what you have to say.
So if you think that I look pretty good right now, it's because I'm doing my absolute best to show you that I look good. It's also the cam. So first of all,
what?
My teeth are fucked up, and I'm pushing forward my jaw all the time. I have extremely much loose skin. This is nothing I can do anything about. I've been checking this a lot. I have so much loose skin, it makes me look terrible.
Ooh, okay, the camera.
I have a big forehead, and my hair is making me look really good. But if you would take away the hair,
why would you take it away?
I got pretty bad posture. Have a
Fixable.
really big, bulky nose, and my lower lip is a lot bigger than my higher lip. Like my higher lip is normal, the rest is not. So I'm using my hair. I'm letting it grow out, so it covers.
Pretty clever.
And then I use a hat to hide my band, my eyebrows. Everything is like, I do not look good. I've never in my entire life had anyone telling me I look good. If I look from this side, like this, push forward my jaw, maybe on cam I look a little bit better.
Well, there you go. Okay, so just a reaction I had really quickly with the long hair, right? It reminds me of a lot of people. I was kind of like into like the punk rock scene when I was like a teenager and stuff. And a lot of like skinny guys, they're wearing baggy clothes and they're into the punk rock scene. That's what a lot of people who weren't like popular in school, perhaps because they didn't look good, they got into like a scene, right? And then they were popular in that scene and then they were able to get girls in that scene because they were confident around their other rocker friends and stuff. So with the long hair, that's what that reminded me of. All this other stuff, the loose skin. Okay, you said the camera, but okay, I didn't notice, and we'll get into how girls think about this a bit later, I guess.
I had a very big trouble having friends.
You know what? I'm good.
Younger. Everyone always.
This is a thing, man. Like when people talk like this, it's really hard. Even though I'm doing this for a video, like it's really hard to keep your concentration and stuff when people talk so slowly and unconfidently. I'm actually going to speed him up. This might ruin the whole video, but let's see what happens. All right.
I was around 13 when I got my first serious friends. I was 13, 12 to 13. And they were like 16 to 18 beautiful alpha males. And like they were the first ones to start calling me ugly. And that was quite a shady neighborhood, so it's like they were with me because my mom gave them cigarettes and stuff. So.
Stuff like that in your childhood and your teenage years, that sticks. That's what develops who you become as an adult, for sure. If he was surrounded by friends who built him up, this could have been a whole different story.
I remember I was 15. I went to school. I was socially inactive. I was a bit overweight. That's where all this comes from, because I was a little bit on the overweight side. So I was a bit heavier, not much heavier, but I was heavier. And let's see, I think the total sum from when I was 15 to 17 was well over 400 500 girls that I wrote with, that I
Wrote?
tried to get into a relationship with. And that's not normal
He
girls.
was
I've
on
never
online
gone for the
dating?
normal attractive girls. I knew from the start, like, they are not for me. They set these standards that are so high. They want attractive guys that are smart and funny and everything. So I set up, like, I tried to write with those with girls, and
You know what? Okay, so he's resorting to online dating, which we know is very much more like looks based platform. He said right price, right? What he said about the girls only want the top 10% of attractive guys. I agree that's true, but not just physically attractive. You can also be attractive in your lifestyle that you present, your personality, your status, these sorts of things as well. Anyway, he's writing to get.
I wrote,
I mean, you could write to 500 girls in like 5 days, right? On online dating website. But let's see where he's going with this.
with girls that were overweight, that didn't look so good. Some of them had big nose like me, some had big lips, some had shorter hair.
By the way, the sort of girls that he's talking about, they can actually be a lot more harsh when rejecting you, because they're in a lot of pain themselves from being ugly.
That's when I first met the first girl in my life that wanted to be with me. And I spent 7 years with that girl, and I regret it very much
Mm.
because that was a girl that treated me so badly and was just using me. She called me ugly. She forced me to walk 5 to 10 meters behind her. She'd never hold my hand. She never kissed me. She never did anything to show appreciation of me. She just simply used me,
For what?
and it was not a good relationship. She never cared about me. She was always angry, aggressive. For the first half year, she didn't really want to be in an actual relationship with me. She just wanted to be with me. We had sex and we had
Oh,
fun, I guess, sorta, except when we went outside when I was forced to go behind her. And then we went into a relationship, and she did everything for, I think it was 3 or 4 years. She forgot my birthday.
okay. Well, obviously, you know what I'm going to say is that he shouldn't be in a relationship with a woman like this, right? But this is the problem: when guys have low self-esteem and they get any better, they end up in relationships, toxic relationships that are really bad for their mental health, and it just brings them down even less confidence than what they had before, and then eventually ends, and then he ends up making a video like this.
And I started writing with new people in my area, which was really not many. I had to like take the closest town. It was an hour away, but like I managed to find a girl there. And by that time, I met her. We were just friends. It was chill. She was actually a terrible human being. She was like, she only cared about money, how people look. She wanted to have a guy that took care of her and all that. So I didn't really feel anything for her. We were just friends. But in the end, she was 17 and I was 20. So it wasn't, it was like sort of, so like, I remember I bought lots of alcohol to her and she was like, keep some of this. We're going to use this later. And so I kept some of it. And she then one time visited me in the woods. She spent her night with me and we laughed, we drank, we had fun, and we had sex. And that's the first time I felt accepted in.
Because he didn't want her, right? Because he felt like he was above her, and then she's obviously fallen into his frame. Of course, all right. Whilst all these other girls, while he feels below them, they're gonna feel that too, all right? He's some woman. He doesn't like her personality. Again, we don't see what she looks like, and then yeah, of course that she likes him because she's falling into his frame. Also, again, I don't know if it's because I supposed to speed up with the video, but he's starting to talk a bit more confidently. Like he's getting into the flow of talking. Like I'm starting to be more
Like,
interested.
I felt like I had hope in my life. I really felt like there is hope for me. Like, there's someone for everyone. I really felt like there are people that will look past your appearance. And that's sort of right. There are people out there who will look past how you look and be with you even if you're unattractive. And it doesn't even matter to what degree of unattractive you are, because there will be girls that will not really care. After that time, I sort of got really annoyed of being alone, and my ex wanted come and visit me.
Ugh.
The girl I was with for all those years that treated me so bad, and I was so weak. So I said okay, and I spent another 3 or yeah, it was about 3 years. I spent 7 in total with her, so it was about 3 more years with her. And those years sort of improved quite a lot. They were a lot better than the first 3 years, so it wasn't that bad. But it didn't work out because I was so unhappy. I was extremely unhappy.
Guys, if you're watching this video, you are only young once, right? Your 20s last 10 years, right? Your 30s last another 10 years. And like it just flies by so fast. And then after that, you're just super old, right? Like, don't be wasting 7 years in a relationship so it doesn't make you happy.
Felt like we had nothing.
Learn to be happy on your own.
She was always angry. And now I made an algorithm for a site that's like Tinder, but it's called Pado. It's like Tinder pretty much, where I automatically love every person, no matter who. It's like a special algorithm for a program that I made, so that I click a button and it likes 600 people every day, which is the limit. And I've done that for over 10 days, so I know easily it's over 6,000 people that I have liked on that site, and wants to write. No one, not a single one has responded.
Okay,
Not a single one.
okay. He's not mentioned about doing in-person approaches once yet, has he? We know that online dating is a lot more focused on looks. Also, what do his photos look like? Okay, if he's also got dog shit photos, like how he looks in this, and how a lot of guys in the message game with dog shit photos look, then I'm not surprised actually at all.
Even though
I think if he had cool photos,
the best
doing
photos,
cool shit, social proof,
not a single
then
soul
he would get
wants
some
to
matches.
reply or write or give a
You know, or
personality.
and he framed himself as
So
a
where
certain
am I
type of
standing
niche
in
of
this call
guy.
right? I'm currently in a situation where I'm waiting for plastic surgery because that's the only way, and I'm telling you this right now. If you're unattractive, the only way for you to
Don't talk to me.
get a normal life is to work, earn money, or go to the hospital, get psychiatric help. And if it's severe enough, they will give you free surgery or whatever. Get the surgery. So this is a guy problem. And if you're a guy, if you don't look good, get surgery. Only way.
Okay, so this is actually a lot easier to react to than I was imagining. Because this guy is clearly only using online dating. And I don't really want to conclude by shitting on online dating because we help people get results there as well. But this guy, if he could build some confidence, he said it himself, to go to the gym, work on his body, work on his image, get himself maybe into like a niche, like into whatever his hobbies are, the niche, to find a girl who likes the sort of things that he likes. Yeah, speaking in a confident, dominating way. And then even having the confidence to go up and talk to a girl and be charismatic and flirt with her. In 2020, that goes a long way. All right, I've made another video about that in general, so I don't really want to repeat myself. I'll leave a little ticket up there. But I don't want to be the conclusion just like, oh yeah, online dating again. He mentioned the things that he did to cover up the looks. I mean, he could dress a lot better. He could, just create an image for himself. Like, yeah, I mean, the guy, he's dressed as a nerd. He doesn't speak confidently. He doesn't approach girls in real life. He just resorts to online dating. Who knows what his photos look like? If they're anything as good as his best ever video, then they're just not good enough. We could help him in Game Global for sure. We could introduce him to a world which would blow his mind. I actually, before discovering Game, I went through like a 1 year period after a breakup where I lost all my confidence, and all the girls were running away from me, saying ew, laughing to their friends, and I was in a position where I thought it's because of how I look. Looks are the only thing that matters. And it's when I discovered the book The Game, and then I learned that like being good with women is something you can improve at. I managed to pick up those skills really quickly, get my confidence back, and it's just gone up and up and up and up since then. This guy has no confidence. He's resorting to online dating despite how he looks. Yes, he's being like, he's gone through the tirade of abuse that we all get when we do cold approach, getting rejected. That's affected his confidence even more. Yeah. If this guy was to come to us, we'd help him how to approach women more confidently, how to fix his online dating pictures, how to fix his image probably a little bit. And I think those three things on his own will help him find the sort of woman he's looking for. And I mentioned this in the last video, right? Maybe he's not going to get the fucking tens, right? Unless he does get the surgery and the money and the status, right? But he's definitely going to be able to do a lot better than what he's doing at the moment, which is nothing. Yeah? This is the thing, like, game helps you just like elevate what you can get and how often, right? And I have no doubt, I thought this was going to be a lot harder video to make. Anyway, I don't want to make the mistake of him rambling. Let me know what you'd have thought of the video. Maybe we could do more videos like this. This is the first like, kind of reaction video we've done. If you liked it, click like. If you have an opinion on this, I'm sure most people fucking do, then leave a comment. I'll reply to all of them. I'll speak to you real soon.